G'day folks, welcome back to Pete's Investing. It's February 15, 2024. This is the gold analysis. We're also looking at, as well as SpotGold, we're looking at SPDR Gold Shares, Newmont Mining, iShares Gold Trust, Barrick Gold, and Direction Daily Junior Gold Miners Index. So the overall trend is bearish on the weekly, daily and hourly timeframes, but just watch, there is a divergence currently in play on the hourly at least. So let's go through each of these. So first on the commodity price for gold, you can see here on the CCI 400 it's broken below its moving average, although the ADX is showing still a bullish momentum on the weekly. I've drawn a few diagonal trend lines there. You can see there it's currently resting off that upper diagonal trend line after bouncing off that higher resistance line up there. On the daily, it's showing a bearish ADX 25. The CCI 400 is also bearish, and the CCI 150 is moving in line with the price. Now there's no divergence to talk of, although notice on the weekly there is a bearish divergence there. We've got pretty much a slight bearish to double top on the CCI 150 versus higher highs on the price, and that's a bearish divergence, so we're looking at it to fall further. On the hourly, we've got a bearish outlook on the ADX, somewhat bullish on the CCI, on the CCI 400, but also a bullish divergence on the CCI 150. And if I zoom into that and draw some lines to show you that, you can see there's a bullish trend on the CCI versus somewhat down to that low, a bearish outlook on the price. So we expect that to bounce at least a bit. I wouldn't suggest going long, but just giving you an idea that there is a potential bounce in the near term to be looked out for. Next we've got SPDR Gold Shares, which is ticker GLD. Similarly, you can see there it's just hanging in there with the ADX still slightly in bullish. The CCI 400 is broken to the downside, and the CCI 150 is also showing a potential divergence. So if I draw you can see there between those highs, that's somewhat bearish versus, now it depends where you draw this. If you draw from the wick, that's also bearish. So you're probably not valid at this point unless you draw it from the tops of the candles. I prefer to draw it from the total wick size. So I'm going to remove those and ignore that divergence at the moment. There is no divergence on the daily chart, although there is bearish movement on the ADX and the CCI 400, and on the hourly chart as well. It's bearish on the ADX and bearish on the CCI 400. Again, no divergence on the CCI 150 for that. Newmont Mining, that's ticker code NEM in the New York Stock Exchange. Bearish on the ADX on the weekly, bearish on the CCI 400. Now this one does have a bullish divergence. You can see there higher movement on higher lows on the ADX, on the CCI 150 versus lower lows on the price, and that's a bullish divergence. That's on the weekly, so just be careful about going short on this one. It's bounced off that support as well at 31.61, and we need to see it bounce from there and respect that divergence, otherwise it may invalidate it if that divergence falls much further. On the daily, we've got a bearish ADX, bearish CCI 400. We did have a bullish divergence here between those lows and those lower lows on the price. Actually the price bounced from there, so that was successful as a bullish divergence. Still the price is moving in line with the CCI, so no divergence currently in play there. On the hourly, we also have a bullish divergence. Lower lows on the price, higher lows on the CCI 150. The CCI 400 is bearish, and the ADX 25 is also bearish. Shares Gold Trust, IAU ticker. That's showing a double top on the CCI 150, slightly bullish on the price, so we may see a pullback some more on the price as well on that bearish divergence. It's just broken down below its moving average on the CCI 400, but we're still in an ADX positive move on the ADX 25. That's on the weekly. On the daily, bearish on the ADX, bearish on the CCI 400, and you can see there the CCI 150 is moving in line with the price. The hourly chart, bearish ADX, bearish CCI 400, and bearish on the CCI 150, no divergence. Barrick Gold Corp, ABX ticker. This has got a bearish outlook on the ADX on the weekly, bearish on the CCI 400, and that is moving in line with the price. Now so far the price is still declining and the CCI is still declining, but that's possibly a divergence. Let's just draw that now and see if it holds that there. It may not. So I'll just mark that. Well, I won't mark that because you won't be able to see it, but you can see there's a double bottom on that, so we may see a bounce from there. Let's get rid of that text. On the daily, we've got a bearish outlook on the ADX, bearish on the CCI 400, and that you can see there's the double bottom, and I do treat double bottoms as a bullish divergence. It's actually slightly bullish versus double bottom on those two price points, which is the same as those areas there. So the same divergence basically playing out on those two. And on the hourly, we've got a bullish divergence on the CCI 150 compared to the price, bearish on the ADX and bearish on the CCI 400. Lastly, on the direction daily junior gold miners index, JNUG, we've got bearish outlook on the ADX, bullish on the CCI 400, and still bullish on the CCI 150. So you can see there a triple bottom on that price chart, 21.96 support level. And on the daily, bearish on the ADX, bearish on the CCI 400, and that too is showing us a double bottom on the ADX, on the CCI 150 versus lower lows on the price if you drew it from there to there. And on the hourly, bearish on the ADX, bearish on the CCI 400, and that failed to hit that, so that we're going to remove that divergence. You can see there because the CCI fell lower than that point there. Some economic outlook factors to consider for the gold price. Inflation data, continued high inflation could bolster gold's safe haven appeal. Federal Reserve policy, further interest rate hikes and could dampen gold's attractiveness. And geopolitical developments, escalating tensions or unforeseen events could trigger significant price swings, so just be aware of world events. So again, just a bearish outlook on gold. Watch for those divergences. If you got value out of the video, hit that like and subscribe button, hit that notification bell. If you want to get more information and more insight, support us, feel free to support us more on the Patreon page, links in the description below. Thanks for watching and see you in a future video.